Hey everyone, it's your name, and welcome to my channel. Now, I know what you're thinking. Another one of these videos? But trust me, this one's going to be legion. Wait for it. Dairy. We're diving deep into the wonderful world of questions gay people get asked. And no, I'm not talking about what's your favorite Broadway show, although, let's be honest, that's a fantastic question. I'm talking about the really, truly, head-scratchingly weird ones. Buckle up, kids, it's gonna be a bumpy, hilarious ride. Gaydar. The term itself is a playful nod to the idea that some people possess a kind of radar for identifying others within the LGBTQ+ community. That magical sixth sense that some people believe allows them to sniff out a fellow member of the LGBTQ+ community like a truffle pig hunting its prized fungi. It's a concept that's been both celebrated and criticized over the years. Now, while I appreciate the enthusiasm, the whole gaydar thing is a bit of a mixed bag. On one hand, it can foster a sense of belonging and community, making people feel seen and understood. On the other hand, it can lead to assumptions and stereotypes that aren't always accurate or fair. Sure, we might be able to pick up on subtle cues or shared experiences like a shared sense of humor, fashion choices, or even the way someone carries themselves. These little hints can sometimes give us a sense of connection, but it's not like we have some sort of internal radar system beeping whenever another gay person enters the room. It's more nuanced than that, and often, our assumptions can be way off the mark. Besides, reducing someone's identity to a stereotype or a hunch just isn't cool. People are complex and multifaceted, and there's so much more to each of us than meets the eye. We all have our own unique stories, experiences, and identities that can't be boiled down to a simple guess. Let's focus on getting to know each other as individuals, shall we? Instead of relying on gaydar or any other kind of superficial judgment, let's take the time to truly connect with one another, ask questions, share stories, and build relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. After all, isn't that what true community is all about? Okay, this one always makes me chuckle. You know, the idea that relationships have to fit into these neat little boxes. It's like people think we're living in some kind of 1950s sitcom where every couple has to fit neatly into these rigid, predefined roles. The man goes to work, the woman stays home, and everything is black and white, literally and figuratively. But let's be real, life isn't a TV show and relationships aren't scripted. Newsflash, it's the 21st century, and love doesn't come with a rulebook. We have the freedom to define our own roles, to create our own stories. And that's the beauty of modern relationships. In my relationships, we don't waste time labeling ourselves as the man or the woman. We focus on being partners, equals, two individuals navigating life's adventures side by side. It's about mutual respect, understanding, and supporting each other through thick and thin. And let's not forget the fun. Relationships should be enjoyable, filled with laughter and shared experiences. Whether we're cooking together, sharing a meal, or just holding hands, it's the little moments that matter. It's about building a life together, not fitting into some outdated mold. We're partners, equals, two individuals navigating life's adventures side by side. We explore, we travel, we hike, and we experience the world together. Every day is a new adventure, and we face it together, as a team. And honestly, who has time for labels when there are so many other fun things to argue about, like who gets to control the music during road trips? It's these playful arguments, these shared moments of joy, and even the occasional disagreement that make our relationship unique and special. So, let's ditch the labels and just enjoy the ride together. When did you decide to be gay? Oh honey, you make it sound like I woke up one morning and thought, pancakes or waffles? Nah, I think I'll go with being gay today. Being gay isn't a choice, it's just a part of who I am, like having brown hair or a penchant for terrible puns. It's as intrinsic to my being as Barney Stinson's love for Suits. So no, I didn't decide to be gay any more than I decided to be right-handed or a fan of pineapple on pizza, don't it me? You see, from a young age, I always knew there was something different about me. It wasn't a sudden revelation but a gradual understanding. Just like how a child discovers their favorite toy or their love for a particular game, I discovered my identity. It was a journey of self-discovery, filled with moments of introspection and realization. And along the way, I had the support of friends who accepted me for who I am, without question. Embracing my identity was like embracing a rainbow, full of vibrant colors and endless possibilities. So when you ask me when I decided to be gay, it's not about a decision. It's about recognizing and embracing who I truly am. And that, my friend, is the most liberating feeling in the world. Chapter 4. The Change Conundrum. This question is like asking a chameleon if it can just choose to stay one color forever. It fundamentally misunderstands the nature of who we are. Being gay isn't a bug to be fixed or a phase to be outgrown. It's woven into the very fabric of our being. And trust me, if there were a magic switch to flip or a potion to brew, I'm pretty sure we would have found it by now. Instead of trying to change us, why not embrace the beautiful diversity of human experience? Chapter 5. The Visibility Vortex. Why do you have to flaunt your sexuality? Ah, the classic flaunting argument. Here's the thing. For so long, LGBTQ+ individuals were forced to hide in the shadows, to suppress their true selves for fear of judgment and persecution. Pride parades, public displays of affection, and simply living openly and authentically are not about flaunting, they're about visibility. They're about showing the world that we exist, that we deserve to be seen and heard, and that love is love, no matter who it's between. Chapter 6. The Attraction Assumption. This one's always a doozy. Just because I'm gay doesn't mean I'm automatically attracted to every single person who shares my sexual orientation. We're not robots programmed to fall for anyone with the same label. Attraction is complex, nuanced, and based on a whole host of factors, from personality to shared interests to, dare I say it, a little bit of that inexplicable thing called chemistry. Chapter 7. The Experience Equation. How do you know you're gay if you haven't been with the opposite sex? This question is based on the flawed premise that sexual orientation is solely determined by experience. But here's the truth. Sexual orientation is about attraction, not just physical intimacy. It's about who you're drawn to, who you connect with on a deeper level, who makes your heart skip a beat. And sometimes, you just know, even without needing to sample every flavor on the menu. Chapter 8. The Just a Phase Fallacy. Oh, the infamous phase argument. It's like the awkward teenage years of societal acceptance. Look, I get it. People change, evolve, and discover new things about themselves all the time. But reducing someone's core identity to a passing whim is not only dismissive, it's hurtful. Being gay isn't a phase, it's a fundamental aspect of who I am, and frankly, it's a lot more interesting than that time I tried to pull off wearing a fedora. Chapter 9. The Family Planning Faux Pas. Can you have children? Why yes, we can. The world of family planning has evolved beyond the traditional one-man, one-woman model. From adoption to surrogacy to co-parenting, LGBTQ+ individuals have a variety of options available to them. Love makes a family, not biology. Chapter 10. Pride Parade Power. Pride parades are not just about rainbow flags and fabulous outfits, although those are definite perks. They're about celebrating how far we've come in the fight for equality, honoring the trailblazers who paved the way, and raising awareness for the challenges that still lie ahead. They're a reminder that love is love, and that everyone deserves to live authentically and openly, without fear of discrimination or prejudice. Outrow, keep those questions coming, just maybe not these ones. So there you have it, folks. The top 10 weird, wacky, and sometimes downright baffling questions gay people get asked. Remember, curiosity is great, but it's always best to approach these conversations with sensitivity, respect, and a healthy dose of humor. After all, we're all just trying to navigate this crazy thing called life, one awkward question at a time.